In this video we are going to see a Power Query related problem, and this is common problem. So this is my week number 44 and 43, and we need to append this data like this. And if you look at this formula, it's a VStack formula, and we can solve this using formula as well, like this VStack, and just choose this and this. But the problem is that we may have more columns, like we can have another section of this, like successful and failed. Anyway, we can do that using formula as well, but this video is on Power Query. So let's suppose you have the data in this way. This is for 44 week data, this is for 43 week data, and we want to stack this flat table into a long table. Now you can have this two, or you can have multiple columns. So let's dive into this Power Query. Before going to that, if you like my content, please consider subscribing. So let's convert this into a table. It's picking this first row. I'm just going to get rid of that first row by saying that my data is stored at 4. So that is 4. My table has a header. Now this will convert this one as a successful 2 because we already have a successful column. So that's okay. Now Alt A P T to get this data into Power Query window, and this will bring this window excel.current workbook, and I'm going to write that code now. So basically the idea is that we want to select 2 columns at a time and then append them using table.combine function. So for that I just need to use table.column names. So that is going to give me the column header of this particular table, and now you could just use list.split. Right now it's 2 column, so I mean 2 unique column. So that is going to take two items at a time and then group them into a smaller list. So this is a list of list. So successful 2, failed 3, right? This is successful and failed, so that's okay. Now we want to select this 2 column from the table, this 2 column from the table, and convert this into a table, right? So we can just say list.transform, transform this inner list as select column, table.select columns, and is source. Yeah, and this will convert this select columns, and this is going to be the selected column, and this will be my smaller table, right? So first 2 column in this table, second 2 column in this table. Now we can use table.combine, and this will ask me for the column names, right? Only problem is if we try to say okay, column 1 and column 2, let's see what it does. This will give me nulls. That is because this table header is successful and failed, right? So we need to give the correct table column header. So that's one problem that we have to deal with. That okay, we cannot do that. We need the correct column header, so we need to convert that inner list of table to a proper column header, right? So we get the table and we get this table as well. Now we want to change this column name to a reasonable name, okay, or to a new name, maybe column 1 and column 2, right? Now we can use same idea, list.transform. We can just get rid of this table.select column, rename column names, right? Rename column names, and what we need to do, get this table, right, and rename as a list. So list.chip, and I'm going to pass another list. So my inner list will be col1 and col2. This is now we get the table and we get a proper column header. Okay, so we have now a proper column header. Now if you have more than 2 columns, then you need to use column 3 and so on. Better to keep a meaningful name like successful and failed, but I am using colon and col2 to make it little bit easy. So now we just need to use table.combine, and we can just use this, and this is our table, right? And it's appended in top order. So now we can just say okay, this is going to be my, instead of column 1 col2, we can just say successful and failed, and it will say successful and failed. So that's it. We can just load the data right now. Existing worksheet, and I'm going to choose here, and this is my data, successful and failed. Now we can add more column, and it will automatically expand on the lower section. So this is how we can convert a flat table into a long table. If you like my video, consider subscribing and sharing this video. Have a good day.